Hi, Elaine. So glad you could come and speak in SSFA, Samuel Star Finance Academy, for Batch 4. I'm really excited to hear what you have to say because you're such a inspiring young woman and who has achieved quite a bit. I mean, you've already graduated from a great university in the U.S., Babson, and then you have worked in a top consulting firm, McKinsey, before now joining your family company that is involved in household products all the way from making high quality thermoses to plastic containers to pretty much everyday products that people use. And curious, what are you gonna speak to the next batch about?
Yeah, so when you first asked me to speak in this event, I was a bit like, imposter syndrome, I know your speakers that you bring in are always very, very experienced, and I'm pretty young, so I don't have like so much experience yet. But then I decided that I'm just gonna go with just talking really about my experience of what I've done so far. What was my experience in university in terms of preparing for the workplace? What was my experience working in McKinsey? And then now what's the experience like working for my dad? And I hope that I can portray a very just like chill, casual vibe that they can feel like they can ask me anything if they want, and if they need any help with anything, they can ask me as well.
Oh, I think that's excellent. Thank you for that. And I think that that's really useful because guiding young people, sometimes it's really good to get a different perspective. Sometimes when you're that far along the gap and you've had 20, 30 years experience, it might not be that relatable. Whereas someone who, like yourself, 4 or 5 years out of college, they can relate to what their experiences are. The young generation like yourself, entering the workforce, and then what challenges did you experience from working from a professional firm into your family firm?
I think the challenges, one was even something as simple as language. I was really used to working in English. Everything was done in English in McKinsey, and then working for my dad, everything is done in Indonesian. So that required an adjustment period as well. And then culturally too, and I think in McKinsey, everyone's very direct. Everyone has a very high standard. So if you're unhappy with something, it's very normal for you to just be like, this is bad, redo it, especially the managers, they would always say that to me. But then now working for my dad, taking a more managerial position and needing to lead the team, I need to learn that I can't just be as direct because the culture in Indonesia is different, right? You need to be more, ada Jawanya gitu. You have to know how to communicate in a way that's more acceptable. So I think that has been a very much a learning opportunity for me as well.
Wow, yes, that's absolutely. People management or dealing with people, communication is so important here, yeah. Because sometimes when they say no, we had a previous speaker that was Pek Swan. She's Singaporean, and then she also had worked many years in Schroders, and then she worked for her husband's family. After she had kids, she decided to work for her husband's family, and then she said the same thing with you. In Indonesia, sometimes nanti I will think about it. Yeah, bu, I'll do my best means a no. So we have to get used to that. But do you find that working for your dad's company, you're treated differently? I mean, did he obviously give you a position straight up the ranks of being the assistant to the CEO, or how did you start in your dad's company?
So actually working for my dad's company, he didn't want me to be in his shadow and just, work in the main company, the one that went public. So what he did was he gave me a new project to be in charge of. And I was building everything from scratch for this project, which is the retail project. Mm-hmm. And previous to me joining, he actually never made any retail stores. So It's a first time for him as well, and it's a first time for me, which is good. So then people will not just think that I'm just under his shadow, Right. So I built the team from scratch, as in I did the recruiting, just like putting the job out there on the job listing and the job platforms, interviewing the candidates, choosing them, and then basically setting up like the cadence of like, okay, you do this, you do that, and managing that whole process. And it's been a really interesting and good learning opportunity, because I think prior to this, I've never really built something from zero. I mean, it's like I get to build something from zero, but at the same time, I have the support and guidance. If I ever need, I can ask my dad for help. You know?
Wow,
so it's
that's
good
amazing.
learning.
So you're building your own team. Your dad's training you up first to be an entrepreneur first within the bigger group of the company, and you're building a retail stores. How many retail stores are you planning to open?
I mean, our target is like 200 and potentially even more. You know, we want to grow as well by franchising, so it's endless, but our target right now is 200. Right now we've opened 4 stores and we're opening our 5th one this month. Actually,
wow,
in 2 weeks.
congratulations.
Yeah.
And how is China's production involved in that? Are you planning to ask them to come here to start a manufacturing factory for you, for your products to manufacture?
So yeah, given the recent import ban situation, we see this as like a business opportunity for locally produced things, right? Because then the demand will be unfulfilled. This one is not just for our retail stores, just like for our general business. We do plan to partner with some Chinese manufacturers to open a factory in Indonesia as well.
Wow, so you're even asking some Chinese manufacturers to actually invest in Indonesia,
yes,
and then work with your company to produce high quality Chinese made products in Indonesia.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's job creation right there.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll be actually having transfer technology to the Indonesian community, Indonesian workers, so they can produce high quality products at a lower cost.
Yeah.
At the timely production too.
Yes.
So these stores are going to be selling all your products, everything from bags to thermoses. This thermos looks really high quality here. I love this thermos. Yeah,
Thank you.
That looks like a real imported product right there. I mean, even in Lululemon, I spent over. I think this could easily cost 500,000.
Yeah,
you know, or more. Actually, $100. I think.
Yeah.
If I bought it, and
it all depends on the branding, really. And
right,
the
it's the branding, but it's actually a very well made product. Amazing, and so. Are these stores, who do you see as your biggest competitor? I mean, your competitor to beat in this kind of category?
I think when it comes to competitor, there are there's a lot of different store concepts. Mm-hmm. If you're asking in terms of a competitor that's directly in the same exact concept as us, I don't see it existing yet in the market. Uh-huh. But I would say we're kind of a blend of Miniso, and you've seen the rise of Miniso, right? Yes. All across Indonesia, yes. Plus houseware stores. Uh-huh. Now for houseware stores, it's hard to say one big competitor that's all across Indonesia, because usually there's like regional and local champions. Mm-hmm. Like you would see in Papua, there's Senyum 5,000. In Lampung, there's like its own leader there, namanya Alaska. So it's different per area. And they're more of like the really big and just all houseware only, but we're not only houseware. We plan to sell houseware as well as impulse items like Miniso. So it's more of a blend of two concepts. And I also don't see the focus on experiential shopping, which is our main focus. Because a lot of retailers now, they're more doing the same thing that they've always done, which is let's try to give as many options as possible, right? And that tends to lead to overcrowding in the displays and all of that. Meanwhile, for us, we really emphasize on the experience of the shopping. So I want to give a very immersive experience. So you're not just buying into a product, but you're really buying into like a lifestyle.
Right. I think it's similar to what I experienced in Singapore. Is it Unigo or something?
Uniqlo?
Yeah, not Uniqlo, but I forgot that brand where you come in, but it's a very high quality brand, and then it smells so nice in the store, and you're actually buying the
air
purifier. And it's in Singapore. It's in Wheelock House. What's that?
Oh, I think I have not been there.
You have not been there, but yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's so you actually experience it, and then you get to touch the products, yes. and also it's related to it's not just go in and buy what you need kind of thing. Yeah. It's more like, wow, it really smells nice. I could use this in my room, in my apartment, and then it smells really nice. So it's the experience. Yeah.
Yes, and it's also like beyond just a store. I want to create like a hangout space.
Ah.
Because we're really targeting in areas that are more, like we're not targeting in the super packed areas. Like we're not opening in Jakarta, we're opening outside of Jakarta, right? Where people are like, oh, I don't know what to do this weekend. I can go to the store.
Oh.
So we're creating a space where people can also chill. There's like a coffee shop in our store.
Wow.
There's like a little area where people can hang out, and there's also like claw machine. People can play kind of like fun world. So it's really an experience.
Wow.
Truly, it isn't just like shopping. You know?
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I think I think it sounds fantastic. I mean, I'm just listening to it and really excited to hear that. So, what actual products would be your star products that in that lifestyle store?
I think our star products would be in
the
the
ones that's
houseware.
going to bring your crowd in.
Yeah, so there's a few in terms of categories. One would definitely be houseware, because houseware is like, if you're a mom, you love shopping like house things, right? Especially our target market, B2C women, they do the cleaning, they do most of the cleaning and caring of the house. So if they see like a cute cleaning product, they're definitely gonna be excited about that because they use it on a daily basis. So houseware is one, our background is also houseware. And then number two would be stationery, because stationery is a very impulse thing. Even if you have a pen, you want to collect more pens.
Yes.
And then the last one would be more on like collectibles. So that could be either like plush dolls or even collectible mugs, just like fancy items.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
I will invite you for our store opening.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for coming. And I think the participants are really excited to hear you. So we better get running on that. Okay, thanks, Elaine.